Binance Coin may not be one of the most exciting coins to trade on a day trade basis, but in my opinion, there's still some really good potential in this medium and long term. So we are going to look at some potential buy levels on this coin and areas of interest for me. For those that are happy to hold a coin for a period of time, we're going to look for those levels that I'm personally interested in. Before I begin the analysis, I'd really appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and in the comment section below I will leave 2 links, one to our free Telegram group where you can find out more information about us and receive daily market updates, and also a link to our website. Now stay tuned for this analysis. I'm pretty confident that we will look back at this in a couple of weeks or even a couple of months to come, and we will realise that these levels that I'm about to give you will have played out. So starting here on the daily time frame, I'm just going to look for some really clear support and resistance, and the support level we've got running from this low wick almost a year ago on the 5th of August. We can see that has been respected on the daily time frame at every single retest. We've had a number of sort of liquidation events when we've seen higher volatility, and at each time we've got a really good reaction from this daily level with a solid bounce. Now we know the number of times that a resistance or support level is tested, the more likely it is to break, but still this is a 1-year trend and something that we cannot ignore. So for me, any move back down to this support is potentially a place to take a swing entry. And in terms of resistance, then if we go from the highest daily close here in December, so this was around sort of 6-7 months ago now, we can see this is really clear daily resistance, and each time this has been tested, this has been rejected. This also shows us that we have price contraction. The price is squeezing. We are seeing less and less volatility on each move, and we know that this contraction eventually leads to expansion in one direction or another. So it's worth keeping in mind that in the coming weeks we are likely to see more volatility and a breakdown, or hopefully a break up on Binance Coin, as we can see this price sort of contract between these two trend lines as it moves on. Now, so looking for those entries that I said about, so for a longer term swing trade, then I have my eyes on this untested order block here at around the $610 level. So $610 down to around $598, something like that. This comes from the breakout that we saw on the 8th of May when the market broke out. We haven't retested this even on the lower time frame yet, so there's a really solid level here, and this could obviously coincide with that daily support level, trend line support that we mentioned. So any move something like this in the coming days down to that $610 level for me is a place that I will be looking to take a swing for a move back towards these highs in the medium term, for like a 10% move up towards sort of 670, 680, something like that. So yeah, it's a really key area of interest for me. And obviously we have easy validation on this. If we can take an entry close to these daily support and demand levels, then any acceptance below this, so if we see a daily close below and we start to see rejection here, then it kind of invalidates the trade, and we can exit that position there. If I go to a slightly lower time frame, so I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame and look for perhaps a bit of a closer entry or something interested in for a day trade, then I have my eyes on $640. Now we can see that the price, since the escalations in the Middle East, the price is becoming slightly less volatile than we saw after the initial news. So any move back down towards these lows, to sweep these lows again at 640 down to around $632, which was that lowest 4-hour close here on the 6th of June. But running right the way across to that breakout that we saw at the start of May, we can see this is the really clear 4-hour range lows, and we have the 4-hour range highs up at around 690. So this gives us, like, over the past month we've had just like an 8% range on this. So yeah, not the most exciting in terms of volatility, but for a day trade, this is something that I think you could be looking for. 640, 632, and look to trade back towards those highs. Again, really clear invalidation on this. If you start to get 4-hour closes below the demand here at 630, then you could look to exit the trade. But all the time this is holding, we look for continued upside. Hope you found this video useful, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, are you holding BNB and what your price targets are for this long term. I'll see you on the next video.